talk about something that's super personal, but also, surprisingly, really common. It's that nagging feeling of not being good enough. We're going to look at where it comes from, and more importantly, what we can do to start changing it.
All right, let's just get right into it. There's this feeling, right? A feeling that so many of us have, but we don't really talk about it. It's kind of like this heavy weight we're carrying around, usually just under the surface.
It's that quiet little voice in the back of your head, this nagging suspicion that's just always there. And it's the feeling that no matter how hard you push yourself, even when you're hitting your goals and doing everything you think you're supposed to do, yeah, it's just never enough. That's the heart of it, isn't it? It feels like the finish line just keeps moving further away. You never actually get that feeling of, I did it, I'm done, I'm good.
So let me ask you, have you ever felt that? That feeling where you are giving it your absolute all, and somehow, at the end of the day, you still feel like you're coming up short? Okay, so here's a really important thing to understand. Nobody is born feeling this way. This isn't something that's just built into you. It's something we learn. So where on earth does it come from? Yeah, this feeling, it's not something you're born with. It's built piece by piece over time. Think about it. It comes from constantly comparing ourselves to others, from these crazy high expectations we're supposed to meet, from criticism we take to heart, and of course, from past failures that we let define who we are today. And this is such a powerful idea. That voice in your head, the one that's your biggest critic, it's not actually your voice. It's an echo, right? It's like you're carrying around someone else's words, a parent, a teacher, society, and you've started to think they're your own. And this, right here, this is one of the biggest culprits. We can call it the comparison trap. It's so easy to fall into. On one hand, you see their success, you see their perfect highlight reel on social media, but what you don't see is all the stuff behind the curtain, their struggles, their self-doubt, all their failures along the way. So think about it. How can you possibly measure your own worth based on totally incomplete information? It's completely unfair. It's like you're comparing your own blooper reel to someone else's movie trailer. It's a game you're literally set up to lose. So, okay, how do we get out of this loop? Well, it starts with a huge shift in perspective. And this isn't about trying harder. It's about thinking in a totally different way and letting go of an impossible standard. A lot of us wear perfectionism like a badge of honor, right? We think it means we have high standards, but really, it's a trap. It sets a goal, perfection, that is literally impossible to reach. And then it makes you feel like a failure for not getting there. It's a confidence killer, plain and simple. So here it is. This is the big mindset shift. We have to stop asking, am I good enough? That's a judgment. It's a test you can't really pass. Instead, we need to start asking, am I growing? See the difference? One is about a final score. The other is about the journey, about forward momentum. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine a seed. It has all this incredible potential inside it, right? It's not less valuable just because it hasn't become a full-grown tree yet. It's in the process of becoming. Its value is right there, in its potential and in its growth. And that's you. You're not a failed version of some future self. You are a work in progress. And that is an incredibly powerful and valuable thing to be. Okay, so that all sounds good, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we put this into practice in our day-to-day lives? All right, here are 4 practical things you can start doing. First, start acknowledging your small wins. I mean the tiny ones. Celebrate every single step forward. Second, you have to catch that negative self-talk when it happens. Just notice it and then try to reframe it. Third, consciously focus on your progress, not on being perfect. And finally, and this one is huge, take action even when you feel doubt. Don't wait for the doubt to go away. And this idea could honestly change everything for you. We all think that we have to feel confident before we do the scary thing. But what if that's completely backward? What if taking the action while you're scared is the very thing that builds the confidence you've been waiting for? Okay, so let's pull all these threads together and talk about the real truth at the heart of all this. Just think about this for a second. What if that core belief you have, that feeling of not being enough, was just wrong? What if it was never true to begin with? Maybe it's not a fact about who you are. Maybe it's just a story you learned to tell yourself. And if you learned it, that means you can unlearn it. It means you can start telling a new story. This is so important.
Your value has nothing to do with what you achieve, how productive you are, or what anyone else thinks about you. It's just there. It's inherent. You already have it. The real work isn't about earning your value, it's about finally seeing it.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What would change in your life, starting today, if you truly, deep down, believed that you were already enough, just as you are right now? What would be different?